Hi everyone, Tony here, back with the next kit. And as I'm sure most of you have seen online, this is the 1 in 10 scale Viper Mark II from Battlestar Galactica. I redesigned the 1 in 17 scale model that I do to a bigger size to fit the Diamond Select pilots and characters. Picture inserted here, I do not have one with me. It's a very detailed pilot, and I'm looking at also doing a pilot that comes with a kit if you do not have one of those Diamond Select pilots. I want to show you guys just the main body parts, not the top pod. So I want to show you guys the main body parts, how to prepare it, and the wings. Just to let you guys know, I'm not at home at the moment. I'm actually away from home, and I brought this with me to work. And that shows that the versatility of the kits that I do, that you can actually disassemble them. So this whole model is made to disassemble and screw together with screws. As in my other models, I normally give a tap and screws. This one will not have a tap, as the whole model is designed to actually take nuts. So there's gaps for nuts where they get glued in, as you can see over here. These have to be drilled larger. So use a large, I think it's a 3.2mm Dremel, but drill it large enough, or it's actually a Dremel tip, but this is a online, I bought it somewhere online, little portable drill machine, quite handy. So you need to drill the holes larger so that the screw actually fits through. They don't fit through at the moment. So example, doesn't go, it's just a little bit tight. I might have drilled one of them larger, I'm not sure which one. So let me just show you guys the parts. Okay, so these parts are FDM printed. So you're going to need to do work to get this model smooth. And that's unfortunate, just the way it is. Doing molds for this kit will be too expensive and it'll push the price up. So what I'm going to do, my plan is to use a polyester filler. It's actually a body putty for a vehicle. You can use Tamiya. I'm going to use a mix of Tamiya and this, depending on the area. And then I'm going to first smooth it down. I've got my little hard file. This is actually for your heels. I use it for modeling. Sand it down as smooth as possible. I've already started working on this one, as you can see. And then put the body putty, and then sand it again, and then let the grit get smooth and smooth until you're like 400 grit, maybe even 800, until it's smooth to your liking, and then just paint it with Tamiya primer. Okay, so the nose bit. Okay, this is a reveal Viper, so it actually comes apart certain parts and shows detail on the inside, the interior. So on the nose, there's actually a whole section that slides into the front. It's the length of the nose, with different jets and things that's for these RCS jets. So you'll be able to look through and actually physically see them, and then take this off and see how it looks inside. It's my design out of my head, so I hope you like it. So this is made to actually just push into the body. Okay, I haven't sanded it down properly yet but it has to be a tight fit. And the inner detail bit will help it to be supported. Okay, so that's the only one that's actually not screwed in. The next one is your central body part, which contains the cockpit. As you can see, this was a bit of a stuffed up print, which I'm using for my kit because I think it's good enough. I just filled it up slightly and put glue in. Okay, so this is your main fuselage, as such, if you can call it that. There is gap over here for lighting. There will be a lighting kit by Brick Stuff. Okay, so there's a hole for a screw over here and a hole to keep the landing gear in. And then there's a screw on each side, and the screw goes into the gap where the, I think it's a fuel cap, where it goes on. Okay, so it fits very snugly. Such. Okay, then just a matter of 3 screws, 1, 2, 3, to hold the section in. Okay, so as you can see, this is a very, very big kit. It's 84 centimeters, which is 1 in 10. Actual full scale mock-up is 8.4 meters metric. Okay, so your rear lower section, okay, basically just goes in and clips downwards over this section. Also, this does not screw on because it's held in by the top pod and by the pods that hold the wings. Okay, so that's just slides in. I'd recommend get everything together as one part and then sand it down. If you want to make it one piece and glue it together, it doesn't make a difference, but I'm making it to come apart. So I want it to look smooth and just like a line where this is. Okay. So what will hold this together is the top platform. Okay, and that basically screws in over there and at the back over there. Okay, so between this being on, screwed in, and the two pods going in the side will actually hold this section in. It won't come out. Even now it's quite tight. Okay, and then the section behind the cockpit just clips in and then screws in. Okay, so probably better if it's off. You have to bend it slightly, and that slides in like that. Okay, I'll do a separate video on this top pod. Okay, so that there. Okay, you have to put this on afterwards because you have to screw it in. It will take a bit of a jobby to get it in. Jobby meaning work. Okay, I do not bring a canopy with me. That's at home, as I just want to work on getting the fuselage prepared. Okay, so there you go, and we put this on. It's now becoming big. Okay, that's huge. Okay, so you take this apart. Your pods. Okay, so your pods come in 3 parts. Okay, so number 1, you have this cover, which will cover up the detail. So this comes off, and you have your RCS detail on the inside, and your side piping, and your weapon where they load the ammunition. Okay, and then there'll also be the reverse thruster, which you've seen in a couple of episodes where the Viper actually, this flips open, blows forward, and it stops the Viper like almost like a reverse or a brake. Okay, looks like an air brake, but it's not, because it's not in the air. And then this cover goes over the top, and the wing holds it in. Okay, so with this part on, this is your front of your right pod, and it's made to fit in one way with this groove. So this needs to be glued on and made one piece. Okay, like the TV series, one piece. Okay, so there you go. And then your lower landing gear pod, there's a little protrusion and a hole. Okay, you'll find there's a small bubble in each of these. Just cut it out with a knife, a blade, and that there just fits on quite very snugly, like that. Okay, so I recommend gluing it on first and then doing the filler. A matter of factly, do this here first and then do the filler only on this section and not on this section, because you'll be gluing this onto it. And then once you're done, then glue this on. Okay, if you want to make sure that it's lined up 100%, you can do the wings first and then push your wings in to line them up, but I'm pretty confident it won't need that. Okay, so this pod will basically slide in. This will slide into this gap. Okay, and this here is the landing gear area. I'll do that separate video as well. It just slides in there, and then this just slides over the top of it. I'm not sure this will go in now. I haven't tested it because this is cast. Let's see how it goes. Will it go in? I have to work on it. Okay, but that will slide in, and this platform basically goes in like such and screws in 2 screws over there. And holds the wings in. So the wings are held in, or the pods are held in by these 2 screws, and this going into the body. Okay, and then there's holes for the for lighting, and this will be a printed part, 3D printed with resin, and this is 3D printed with filament. So this is cast. Okay, so that's basically how your pod will look, all come together. Okay, so pretty simple actually. I'm doing the videos as a courtesy, but I think it's actually a no-brainer the way it goes together. It only fits together one way, to be honest. I'll also do the cockpit separately. The cockpit will be made to be lit. It will be printed in clear resin, and it will be, what do you call it, there will be a lighting kit available. Okay, now to the wings. So you have 3 parts for the wings, and as you see, my wings effed up. It broke off during transport. So I'm going to have to make this, maybe make it more layers. I might repair it, I'll see. But that's how the wing goes on. So these 2 sections are resin printed, and it's prepped for lighting. So there's actually a hole that runs all the way down, comes out the bottom, and then there's a hole over here, and it splits up between the front and back. So these tips will be printed in clear resin, and the lighting will be made available to make them light up, flash, whatever. Okay, so this here gets glued on. Okay, and then this here fits in one way only. And this long one in the front and the short one at the back. And how do you know which is left and right is the drain hole for the print is at the bottom, and that's how it goes into the body. And this will have to be worked down because I feel it's quite a tight fit to actually go in. Here's my part. So this here, as you'll see, there's actually a hole there that runs to the inside, comes out the inside for lighting. But this here should slip into here quite easily, but it feels like it's quite tight. So you need to work this so that there goes in, and then obviously the rear one goes into the back of the section over there. Okay, and then this here holds in this cover for the rear section. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, before I make the next video, is I'm going to sand and fill and sand and fill and sand and fill. It takes time. Okay, and then I'll come back to a video on the top pod, and then by that time I should be ready to go home, and then when I get home I'll do the cockpit. I think I'll also do the landing gear while I'm here, because I do have the landing gear with me. Okay, so that's it. I'll try and post this video before I do the next one on the YouTube channel. So if there's any questions or queries, or you know anything about the kits, please send me a email. Contact me on Facebook, Dynamic Digital Creations is a Facebook page, or the website the same name .com. Okay, so that's it, guys. Thank you very much. Cheers.